Hello, my YouTube people. Long time no talk, but I'm back. And I feel like we have a lot of things to catch up on. It's been a long time since you and I had a little chit chat, a little conversation. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram. We're gonna start with this one. Are you all right? Since you haven't posted in a while, I was just wondering if you're well. Short answer, no, I am not well. And that right there is evidence of it. January 1st, 2024, literally right after New Year's Eve, I got deathly sick. In my bed, couldn't move, couldn't do anything for a week straight. I didn't go to the doctor because I hate the doctors. I'm 99% sure that it was the flu. All of my friends got the flu. It was just like going around my hometown. Shortly after that, I had to go to New Orleans for a formal event that I got invited on. And if you don't know New Orleans, it's just a crazy time over there. It was like 48 hours of just like not treating your body very well, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So that just did not help the sickness case. And then I had a 9-hour drive back to Florida, where I am currently, and I'm still sick. It's been 3 weeks now. I actually just went to, the medicines are flying out of the bag, but I just went to Publix and picked up some stuff, some vitamin C to help my immune system. I've been taking like Dayquil, NyQuil, Advil cold and sinus. I got some Tums because I've been having really intense stomach pains, and I think it's something with like the acids in my stomach. I got some zinc, but it fell down there. Y'all, I'm just like on all the medicine right now. I still don't feel great. So yeah, that's where I have been, is ill, sick, not doing well. I actually need to take 2 of these right now. I've never taken Tums in my life before. Bottoms up, baby. The only pills you should be taking are Tums. These do not taste very good. Ew! Tastes like straight chalk. I do not recommend Tums. Physically, my body is obviously not doing very well, but I have been trying to get back into a routine of doing things that I know make myself feel good. You know, taking my vitamins, going to the gym every day, eating healthy foods and nourishing my body. Now I'm trying to get back on my shit, get back in my grind. Although social media and YouTube is my job and I love it so freaking much, I do really prioritize spending time with people that are important to me and not always having a camera or a phone in their face. YouTube has always been a priority, but I really think that it has been on the back burner for me for a little bit. I am not gonna lie, I have really been on like TikTok and Instagram, and the reason I've been enjoying those so much is because it's like real time and you don't have to film it in the moment and then edit it and then post it. Like, it's just real time. When it comes to like prioritizing relationships and my mental health and my physical health, that will always be number 1, and then will come social media. When I haven't been very active, it's typically because I'm busy or I'm just dealing with stuff. I've come to this realization that it is okay to not be active on social media all the time, because that is not real life. Like, it really isn't. It is my job, but it is not real life to be online chronically. Birthday plans, question mark. If you guys did not know, my birthday is January 23rd, and when I'm filming this, it is 4 days till my birthday, and I will be turning 20. Can you believe that? 20. I've been alive for 2 decades. That's literally insane to me. But do I have birthday plans? No, I do not. This will be my first birthday ever that I've spent alone. And I know that sounds like sad and depressing, and it might be a little bit, but I haven't really like registered it yet. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I'll be alone. I have no plans. I'm not like upset by it. I don't know. Maybe I just am ignoring how it makes me feel. Probably something I need to talk to my therapist about. But no, I do not have birthday plans on my actual birthday. Before, I have a photo shoot, which will be fun. So I think I'm gonna get like a little cake and put 20 on it, something like that, and have some cute pictures to post. Look out for those. And I really wanted to go on a trip for my birthday, but the timing just didn't make sense. Me getting sick and having all these little trips didn't add up. I'm hoping to have like a birthday trip in the future, maybe a few months from now, maybe a few weeks from now. I don't know, man. Like, my life is just a mess. I'm not the best at planning things out. Who knows when I'll have a birthday trip, and if I'll have a birthday trip. I'm hoping I will. I really think it's just gonna look like a normal day for me. I'm gonna go to the gym, do my normal thing, maybe treat myself to a little birthday meal. Besides that, like, no, I really don't have any plans, and that's okay. But I've never really loved birthdays, and I always think like January 23rd is just a normal day to everyone else, so it's not like that special. Yeah, it's my birthday, but to everyone else, it's just a random day of the week. Plans for the future, how is it going in Florida? I've gotten this question a lot. My lease for this apartment is about to be up in March. I signed a 1-year lease last year. I feel like I do not know what to do with my life. It's something I've always really kind of struggled with, but I've been struggling with it a lot recently. I just feel like I'm at this point where nothing feels right. I don't feel like I have a path or a guide. I know to trust God's plan, and God has a path for me. I know that in my heart and in my head very well, but I just feel stuck. The fact that this lease is weighing down on me is really, really hard on me. I know I do not want to stay in this apartment building. I have talked about it a little bit and why I don't want to stay in this apartment building. There's a lot of issues here. I like my unit and I love how I've decorated it and how I've made it a home, but the building, the maintenance, the people, it's just not working. And I know that now after living here for almost a year. That means that in the next 2 months, I have to figure out where to live and move and pack all my shit up again. Moving sucks. If you've never moved before, find yourself very, very grateful because it is not fun, especially when you're doing it alone. And the real question is, Katie, where do you want to live? Although I'm very blessed and fortunate and I have so many options, that feels like this overbearing amount of weight and pressure. It's too many options because if we're being honest here, I could live anywhere. I truly have the opportunity and the blessings to be able to pack myself up and go anywhere. And although that seems like such an amazing concept, and it really is, part of me wants to move back to Hawaii so bad. The other part of me is like, oh my gosh, maybe I need to live closer to the people that I love so much, and that's back home. Part of me wants to move to Italy and go scoop gelato. I just have so many options, and that creates this pressure on me. Over the course of the next 2 months, I have a lot of decisions to make. Do I want to stay in Florida? Do I want to stay in St. Pete? Do I want to start working on getting a house? Do I want to get another apartment? Do I want to move back home? Do I want roommates? There are so many unanswered questions, and truly you guys will be the first to know when I have the answers, but right now I do not. As to answer the how is Florida, I really do love living in Florida. I love the weather. I love the beach. Nothing makes me happier than the sun and the breeze and the trees and just all of that. I think everybody knows that I love living in Florida, but I just haven't found that community yet. I haven't found people that make this feel like home to me, and I know I travel a lot, so that is partially my fault, but I really do feel lonely here. I love living alone, I really do, but you need people in your life. Nobody is put on this earth to do everything by themselves, and although I love my alone time, I really do need that sense of community, and I haven't found it here yet. That is something that I'm factoring into my decision, and once I make a decision, you guys will be the first ones to know, I promise. What camera do you use? I use the Canon M50 camera. I've used this camera forever. I've probably bought 5 of them over the course of my YouTube career. It seriously is the best DSLR camera for the price and for vlogging because it's smaller. There are a lot of little point and shoot cameras that you can get, like the G7X is very popular now. I used to film on that. If you want a really good quality camera, the M50 is where it's at. I do have an 11 to 22 millimeter lens on it right now, which is a wide angle lens, which I have loved since I got. It does come with like a standard lens, which I used for years, but the 11 to 22 just gives it more dimension. I love Canon. I love their cameras. They invited me to an event in Miami a few months ago and I couldn't go, y'all. Canon, if you're watching this, if you ever want to sponsor me or invite me to another event, I will be there. I promise. I love you till the day I die. I'm a Canon girl forever. How tall are you? I am 5'8". I think a lot of people assume that I am short, but no, your girl has legs for days. I have Kendall Jenner legs. They are long. They take up most of my body, so I am a tall girl and I'm here for it. Do I always love being tall? No. Do I wish I was shorter? Yes, but I'm working on embracing that. I cannot change how tall I am. That is something that God made me this way, and that's how I'm gonna stay. How do you deal with being alone a lot? I tend to get this question a lot, and I think it really is such a special question, and I feel like a big sister when I get to answer it. I've always been a very independent person. I will not lie to you guys. I've loved to do things alone my whole life. I think that is the way I was raised, is to be independent, but I also think that you instill these values into yourself. When you are forced to be alone, you learn how to deal with it. I think one of the things is learning to love yourself and finding that comfort in doing things by yourself. For instance, I go to the beach by myself all the time. I have friends that will not go to the beach by themselves because they think it's embarrassing and they're scared and they think people are judging them, and I can just tell you that could not be further from the truth. I just think it is so fun to be your own best friend. Find hobbies. I love to read. I love to go to bookstores, thrift stores, go bring a towel and put myself at a park or on the beach and read. I love doing that alone. Find things that bring you joy and start doing them by yourself, and then realize that you don't need other people's company to be able to enjoy those things. How has your mental health been? I've been getting this question a lot, and I don't know if it's noticeable. I've talked about mental health, but not really mine. Let's get personal. I last year started going to therapy for the first time in my life. It didn't really feel like a choice. It felt like something I had to do. I was at like wit's end with, I cannot keep feeling like this, and I have been to therapy ever since. It's been almost a year since I started, and I truly love it, and I think we should end all stigma behind therapy. You should be proud of that because you're bettering yourself, and I think that's something that we all need to work on, is bettering ourselves and not having people look at you the strong way for doing that. I know therapy doesn't work for everyone, but it truly does work for me. I love having a non-biased opinion help me work out my feelings and what I'm going through, and I love my therapist. I actually did get some help for my anxiety. I have been put on some meds for that. That's not something I ever really talked about online, was how bad I struggle with anxiety. It really got the best of me last year. Although I seem like I live this perfect, beautiful life, and I do, my mental was not in a good place last year, y'all. I'm gonna cry. It makes me really sad to think about because I spent so much of my life dealing with this like pressure on my shoulders. Holy crap, I was not gonna cry. I didn't realize that people wake up every single day and don't feel like that. For years of my life, I woke up every single day and felt like the whole weight of the earth was being put on my body. And that's not normal. Oh my god. Why am I crying? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to cry. I didn't think it was gonna be that type of video. I told you guys we're getting real. I've had to manage that, and therapy has helped with that. Medicine has helped with that. I wanna be your friendly reminder that that's okay, because sometimes your brain just needs it. You can eat healthy, you can work out, you can go to therapy, you can do all the things, but sometimes your body and your brain, they just aren't working like that, and you need the extra steps. And for me, that really was getting on anxiety meds. Y'all, they have changed my life. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't wake up with this insane amount of pressure on me. I don't even know how to describe it. I was anxious 24/7. Although it's not completely disappeared, I swear it has helped me more than anything I know. I still battle and deal with it. My SSRIs have changed my life. Please do not just hop on pills just because I'm telling you to. If you need help with your mental, please talk to somebody, therapist, psychiatrist, your parents, a counselor, anyone. Get the help that you need because it will change your life. It's changed mine, and I'm just so grateful that I get to wake up every day and not feel like how I was feeling. I would say the past month has been really good to me and my mental, and I'm hoping to just keep it going. I'm not perfect. I am not perfect, and I still deal with anxiety. I will say I'm doing better, and I think that was part of the reason that I wasn't very active on socials for the past few months, but I'm working through it, and I'm here to do it with you guys. So I haven't cried about it in a while, so clearly I needed to get it out. Okay, we're gonna answer a lighter question now because I'm still recovering. What is your favorite book? I get a lot of book related questions, and that's something that I really want to prioritize this coming year, is making more book videos and content because I love reading. There's truly nothing that brings me more joy than reading. This is not sponsored, but I do post reviews to all the books that I read, and I write them on my Goodreads, which is just Caiti_Mackenzie. Two of my favorite books of all time: Archer's Voice. I love that book. Everybody that I've recommended that book to absolutely falls in love with it. There's not even words to describe it. If you read the back of the cover, you're gonna think it's the most boring, uninteresting book of your life. Give it a chance. Please give it a chance. My aunt was dreading reading that book, and I was like, no, you need to try it, and she loved it. I gave it to my best friend for her birthday, and she loved it. That book I truly think about all the time. Another book that I love so much is called Mad Honey. You can't even throw it into a genre or category because it truly tackles so many different messages and themes and genres. My Mimi actually recommended it to me, and I recommended it to many people. My mom loved it so much too. That book I think about 24/7. I know a book is really good when I still think about it, and I read both of those over a year ago. I could probably give you a million other recommendations, but those are two that just like pop off the top of my head. Favorite part about living in St. Pete? I like this question. One of my favorite parts about living in St. Pete is just the walkable community, the weather. I will say I do life in like this 5-mile radius, and it's awesome. My gym, post office, grocery store, literally everything I need every single day can be walked to or driven to very close, and I really do love that. I look for that in a place where I'm living. It was just like that where I lived in Hawaii too. I walked everywhere, and of course the beaches on the Gulf Coast where I live are just absolutely stunning. They are like the white sand, beautiful sunset beaches. I couldn't be more blessed to be able to live here. That's a big factor playing in where I decide to live next. Okay, y'all, I feel like I've been talking forever and ever. Thank you so much for all of your support. I feel like I have been open for the first time on my YouTube channel in a really long time. But I hope that if you're watching this and you feel like you can relate, that just know you're not alone. All go through our own battles, and we're all figuring it out day by day. I do not have a life plan, and that's okay. Although I struggle with it, I know that I will figure it out, and God has my plan. I love you. Prepare to be sick of me on YouTube, because one of my goals this year is to post way more, because I have been slacking, and I know it, and I know I can do so much more. Please subscribe if you're new. I will see you in my next video. Follow all my socials are all Caiti_Mackenzie, and bye guys.